Hey, what are you doing?
Just getting this ready for the coming snowfall. I figure I better make sure the snowblower runs.
Yeah. You know what else you gotta make sure
What?
of? Well, you know that our new truck. We don't have as much space because in the Yukon we fill the back with all our stuff, and this truck only has a double cab.
I've thought about that. I do have an idea. It's something I could do back there, so
Yeah.
maybe I should get started on that.
Yeah, and yeah, we can. I can help you with the ideas too.
Good. All right, I'll get on it. I guess the idea is to get out of here before the snow flies anyway.
Wow.
That ain't going to happen. All right. Well, we just got this pickup truck, and what it replaced was a GMC Yukon, which had a lot of space in the back for storing things. Not so much here. We got an open bed, and we got this space back here behind the seats. But today I'm going to build a platform to go back in here. Now you can spend $400 on buying one made out of aluminum, but I'm going to show you an easy way just to make one out of plywood for about 60 bucks. This is a Chevy Silverado 1500. It's got a double cab. The crew cab would be a little bigger. First thing you got to do is just measure carefully. You need to make sure that the driver's seat back or the passenger seat back are as far back as they're going to be when you're actually using the truck, and leave a little extra space in case somebody bigger wants to slide the seat back. So once you've done that, you can figure out how wide a piece that you can fit in here. In my case, I've got 30 inches here, but just to be safe, I made the plywood 28 inches, gave myself a couple extra inches on this side. And then I measured lengthwise, and I got a total of about 60 inches, but I went with 58 inches, just to make it a little easier to move the plywood around. And also, I left it a little narrow in case there's something tall that I want to slide down on one side or the other, like a solar panel or something that would fit between the panel and the platform back here. So in my case, I needed a piece of plywood that was 28 inches wide by 59 inches long. That's what I went with. And I went down to my local Home Depot, bought a sheet of 1/2-inch plywood, and had them cut it to 28 by 59. Of course, you get the extra pieces to bring home. But I didn't have to do that cutting here at home. So this is what I ended up with. And I went with 1/2-inch ply because heavy things are going to go underneath and lighter weight things will go on top. But I'm going to build a framework on this to give it some rigidity. It's going to be simple. I'll show you how to do that. To keep it light, I went with 1x2. So I just need to cut 4 pieces, 2 to go lengthwise and 2 to go across the ends. And then I'm also going to cut 45-degree angles and make angle pieces just to give the corners a little bit of rigidity and strength. Not hard. Then I'm going to put it together with glue and screws. Now, it's going to be fairly lightweight. I can take it out at any time. Also, I went with a certain kind of leg on this that I bought from Amazon, and I went with this particular leg for a particular reason. I'll show you. See, it's a fold-up leg, and it locks in place like that. I don't need any side bracing or anything like that. I didn't think that was too necessary because this panel is going to be kind of locked into that one area or this platform without being able to shift around much anyway. But the reason I chose this leg instead of the bent rod ones or whatever that you see on Amazon is because I can cut this to fit the uneven areas in that back seat area. Yeah, this is going to work perfectly back there. You see, this area isn't at all even. There's highs and lows. So there'll be 2 legs in the front and 2 legs in the back, and those need to be a slightly different height for the platform. So all I need to do is cut the 1x2, and I can put this together. Okay, I've cut the side pieces, the end pieces, and the 4 corner bracing pieces. Didn't take me very long to do this. Of course, it helps to have a miter saw or a table saw or something you can do this on. Okay, what I've done here is I've marked out approximately every 6 inches here and every 8 inches down the side just to drill holes for the screws to pass through. I want the screws to pass through the plywood easily and bite into the 1x2 on the other side so it draws the 1x2 up tight against the glue. I'm just drilling a 5/32 hole for each screw. Now, because I'm using flathead screws, I'm using a countersink to bevel each hole, just so the screw fits flush. If you use a round head screw, you don't have to do this, but then you've got a round head screw sticking up, but your choice. Of course, you can get a bit that drills the hole and countersinks at the same time. I was going to do that, but my bits wore out. So anyways, I did it in 2 separate operations. For glue, I'm using Tight Bond 2. It's water resistant. It's just good carpenter's glue, good stuff. Most any yellow glue is perfect for this job. For screws, I'm using 1 3/4 inch self-tapping decking screws. What does the job here is not the screws, it's the glue. You depend on the glue to hold. You depend on the screws to hold until the glue cures. Okay, it's all screwed and glued together. Hey, just a word about plywood. A lot of people think that to get waterproof plywood, you need to buy marine ply, and that's not the case. Marine ply and regular AC ply has the exact same glue in it. If you look real close, you'll see a purple line between the layers. It's the same glue. It's called resorcinol, and it's used in marine ply. The only difference between marine ply and standard AC ply for house building is, you see these knot holes in here, this big knot hole, and they're, you can stick your finger in there. Marine ply is guaranteed to not have any voids because there's knot holes like this on the inner layer too. So, like I just mentioned, marine ply is guaranteed not to have any voids in it from knot holes. It's all solid. You wouldn't want any voids in your boat hull. Well, I was just doing some measuring in the truck, figuring out exactly where I wanted the legs to be. And I'm getting ready to mount the 4 legs. And remember, I got to allow for the unevenness of the rear floor. So I've just figured the front 2 legs, and then I'll figure out what to do with the rear 2. I marked a line all the way around at the same location so I can make sure that this cut is straight and not at an angle. There, perfectly straight. Okay, the hardest part is figuring out exactly where to put the legs and then measuring accordingly and making sure you get them in that exact location. That's what I'm working on now. I got one more leg to go. Well, looking underneath, you can see the front legs here are about 4 inches longer than these rear legs, and that's why these worked out so well. I was able just to cut this and put the little plastic cap back in and make it work. In the middle will be things like tools and toe strap and things that I don't need to get to very often. And then on the outside will be the bin with maybe my camera equipment or our food stuff will be towards the outside. And then on top will be lighter things. And this is what it ended up like on top. I got a stain on it just to make it look halfway decent. But it's plenty stout enough for, well, fairly heavy things. I think it would hold, you know, a couple 100 pounds dispersed over the top of it. So this gives us a lot more storage back here. Well, one of the first things I'm loading in here is my Opez Mega 1 power station, which we always have with us. And this is a really good opportunity to remind you guys that this is right in the middle of Opez's Black Friday sale. Today is November 29th, and it goes until December 5th. So we're right in the middle of it. Opez is already a very reasonably priced power station, whether you buy the Mega 1, the Mega 2, or even their larger power stations. So be sure and go to their website and check it out. For example, this one right now is on sale for $439. That's $260 off. So high quality equipment, good guarantee, 3-year guarantee, goes with us wherever we go. Check out the video description link that I provide down below the video here. And if you're in the market for a power station or solar panels or cabling or anything like that, be sure and go to the Opez website and see if there's a deal there for you. Well, I got it done. You want to come out and see what you think?
Sure.
I think you'll like it.
Okay.
I hope it meets your expectations. Anyways, that's what I came up with.
Hey, I could sleep on this.
Actually, you could. Yeah, you could.
Yeah. Yeah, been under here with your tools and whatnot.
Yeah, maybe the food on the other side, because the other side matches the trailer door side. So
Yeah, and it's easy walk back, and I can cook on the tailgate. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This works.
He go, brah. Yeah, it should work out fine. And then the center part, we can put in, you know, our other stuff, our snacks and stuff, like we usually do.
I don't think we're going to be hurting for space. I think we're going to be fine.
Yeah, if we do this smartly.
Yeah. Well, hey, you guys. Thanks for coming along on this one. Looks like success. We'll see you around.